Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. I'm your host, Son X, and with me today, as always, is our NHL analyst and expert, the grumpy old man. They say there's no shame to his game because he's always the same. Isn't that right, Grumpy?
That's me.
That's right. That is you. So before we get into our show today, we got to go over some housekeeping as always. If you guys enjoy the content over here, and even if you don't, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment so we can juice the algorithm and get this podcast out to as many people as possible. We usually shoot to have this show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're running a little late today. We'll work on it. If you guys do enjoy the content over here, we also have another podcast called the TJ and the Grumpy Old Man podcast. We usually shoot to have that show every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you enjoy the content over here and enjoy this show on Sunday, go ahead and go over there and check it out. Try it out. So
check it out.
That's my spiel, Grumpy. That's my housekeeping. So
hey, you know what? It was pretty impressive, X.
I know, pretty impressive, right? Pretty impressive, pretty good. So Grumpy, last three games.
It was not that impressive, X.
Oh, it was most impressive.
Most impressive.
That's right. So last three games, Grumpy, since we had our last show, 1-1-1. They won on the hot streak, ended up beating the Red Wings.
They killed the Red Wings, right?
Yeah, they did. They absolutely slaughtered the Red Wings. I agree. Ended up going to overtime.
And deserved to win that, and honestly, deserved to win that game. The Red Wings. As a former member of this podcast, said the Islanders always seem to play teams on the second half of back-to-backs, and Detroit was on the second half of a back-to-back after they got obliterated by Buffalo the night before. They said, throw all the lines in the blender, everything, we're going to do everything, everything brand new. And then they got obliterated by the Islanders. And I think, what was the final score of that? X, was it 7-2?
7-2.
The game wasn't even really that close. The Islanders totally deserved to win that game.
A thrashing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally deserved to win that game. Then they played
the Flyers.
My hated Flyers, right? Those
That's
disgusting,
right.
Dirty, filthy dogs, the Flyers. And even though we got a point out of that game, the Islanders got a point out of that game.
The loser point, yes, correct.
It was a loser point. We didn't even deserve that point. I thought the Flyers totally outplayed us.
Outplayed, yes, absolutely. Look at the shot differential.
Yeah. I mean, well, not just shot differential, just and here's the thing. I think Detroit is an okay team. They'll probably be at the end of the year, they'll probably come in, I don't know, 10th, 9th.
Did you have them making the playoffs at the beginning of the season when we did our prediction? Oh, okay. Maybe I did. Maybe
I don't think you did. You had Boston making the playoffs.
I did have Boston making the playoffs.
Guess what?
Guess who beat us yesterday?
But guess who's not making the playoffs? Boston. Boston's horrible.
Hey, Boston's good.
Boston's
they lost. I think what was it? Ottawa the game before us.
Gave up 7 goals against Ottawa. And Ottawa can put the puck in the net. They can. I think
which is crazy that we beat Ottawa and then we ended up getting, semi-kill.
But see, Ottawa was really struggling at the time. Now they've kind of righted the ship a little bit. When you lose to the Islanders, that's probably like, I don't know, what do they say that's going to be like the low point?
Yeah.
Rock bottom. You've hit rock bottom. The rock bottom. It's like the rock came in and hit you at the rock bottom. That's kind of what it's like, right? You hit rock bottom when you lose to a team like the Islanders. So Ottawa's righted their ship a little bit. Buffalo's playing a little bit better now. Not everybody's going to go 0-82. Just not going to happen, as we mentioned week 1. But we did not deserve to beat, without a doubt, we did not deserve to beat the Flyers. And then
or Boston.
Well, we're getting to Boston. We're not at Boston yet.
Okay, sorry. I'm jumping the gun.
Yep. Then we have Boston. We come out. I thought Boston was really good, like for the first minute and a half of the game. I thought they were really good. They miss on a scoring opportunity. Sorokin makes a nice save. The Islanders come right down the other end, bang, score. That's certainly one that Korpisalo wants back. And then, I think 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, the Islanders score again 2-0. The Islanders totally dominate the first period. You figure Boston, they're what now? I think 4-7, whatever the heck they are. I don't know what they're. I don't know. Let me see. I guess I can look it up.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
They're 5-7 right
5-7. Okay. But if you're looking at a team that's not good, it's Boston. They're terrible. They're a one-line team. They got a couple of players. They got Pasternak. They got Elias Lindholm. I know they got Hampus Lindholm back yesterday. Charlie McAvoy's okay. There's no way we should have let them climb back in that game. Just no way.
Dumb penalties.
Well, just
dumb penalties. Lazy penalties is what allowed them to come back in the game.
Don't move your feet.
Yep. Just poking, reaching the stick in, ended up getting caught in players' skates, tripping them. It's laziness. That's what it is. Laziness. Lazy.
Yep. And one thing about the Flyers, the Flyers are awful as well. The Eastern Conference looks bad. Maybe hockey, period, is bad. I haven't watched enough West Coast games to judge them. But the Eastern Conference, it's like the Rangers are terrible. Pittsburgh's record is good. How good are they really?
They'll be getting the number 1 overall pick by the end of the year.
Well, they're not going to be getting the number 1 pick. Maybe they're giving it to Boston. Maybe that's what they're going to do. I don't know. But the Flyers can't even string 2 passes together without turning it over. And that was the same question, the same thing I said about them last year. It's like they show enough hustle, but anytime they're on the rush, they can't complete a pass. See, they got off the guy the heel of the stick, hit him in the skates, just 2 inches ahead. They're not good. And I hate the Flyers. I really do. Even though I want the Islanders to lose, I do want them to beat the Flyers. I'm willing to lose other games or to win other, as long as they beat the Flyers.
The Flyers.
And of course, why am I rooting for the Islanders? Just for anyone who's new to this show, it's not that I'm a closeted Ranger fan or that I hate the Islanders. No, I just think the Islanders are in a rebuild now. So the more losses that you have, the more games that you lose, it just increases your opportunity to get more picks in the first round of this year's draft, which is supposedly very deep. And, just doing some research on the draft, why this is what I used to do in the olden days when the Islanders were just bad year after year. By now, I'm already looking at, hey, what's a draft pick? Who should we be looking for? What type of player are we looking for? What's the skill sets of these guys? I don't do that now, but I'm starting to do it this year. Gavin McKenna is like here compared to everybody else in this year's draft. Everybody else second level. Kind of like last year's draft. Matthew Schaefer up here, and then everybody else. It'd be great if we could get Gavin McKenna I'm not counting on it. I think Boston's going to get him, X. That's what I think.
I'm just going to say, even if Boston does get him, I was correct with the colors of the teams. So there's something to be said there.
Okay. I just think and but who knows with Pittsburgh? They might go through half the year, struggle a little bit like they have in recent seasons. And then, they decide, okay, well, we're going to sell Malkin. Let's trade Malkin. He's a free agent at the end of the year. They had a contentious negotiation last time around when he signed, I believe, a 2-year extension. I think Sidney Crosby's either going to stay or go, depending on what he wants to do.
Yep.
If he wants to stay and wants to play his whole career, they're not going to move him. I mean, that's his prerogative.
For his sake as a player, I think it's in his best interest to leave.
No, but he's won 3 Stanley Cups with them.
I know, but I'm just saying if he wants to win another, it's in his best interest to leave.
But if he wants to finish his career as a Penguin,
well, you still can bring him back on a 1-day contract and then have him retire.
But he doesn't. If he doesn't want to play for another organization,
oh yeah, of course. If he doesn't want to play, but then again, he would rather play with the Pens than win a cup.
Well, he's already won 3.
Well, I'm just saying he'd rather stay with the Pens than win another cup. Because that's the decision. It's either you want to stay and retire with the team, or you want to leave and have a chance to win another cup.
And the surprise, but I mean, Malkin's been good for them this year. But the surprise player for Pittsburgh has been our pal Tristan Jarry this year. He's been pretty good. Of course, we all know there's just a pumpkin on his horizon anytime now. He's not going to be good all year long. He's going to absolutely tank at some point.
Halloween.
Well, I think it'll probably be after that. But you never know. I mean, we've seen enough of Tristan Jarry to know he's not the answer to any question except who's one of the worst goalies in the NHL. Oh, Tristan Jarry, ding, ding, ding. That's like the daily double.
I have some competition.
Yeah, very good. The Boston loss was disturbing to me, though. I know I'm just kind of jumping all over the place.
It's all right.
How do we have been really – the Islanders have been really good this year, not blowing leads in the third period.
Closing games out, yes.
They've been good at that. They've been pretty good at closing games out. Not the case against Boston, and certainly not the case against Philadelphia. And it's just you can't let that happen. You figured that the team would kind of be over that. I don't know if it's a Patrick Waugh thing. I don't know if it's just a player thing, but it's still an issue. And I thought we'd kind of gotten past that. Our penalty kill is not great, but our power play is better than it was last year with 31st. I think it's 20th, 21st, whatever it is. Better. Why? Because you got good puck movement. You got Matthew Schaefer at the top. But the defensive woes. Yep, Barzal. I mean, you're seeing the defensive woes continue, though. They do. And I know our topic is Sorokin struggles. We could have put a question mark on there, X. So everyone doesn't lose their mind. Has Ilya Sorokin been at his number one best so far this year? No. But the defense is so bad in front of him. One thing I'm going to say, and I always look, what do I look at goaltenders, X? Do you remember me saying?
You said you look to see if he backs up into the net. And if he's backing up into the net, means he doesn't trust his defense.
He does, or his confidence is down.
Yeah. And you said he's inside the net.
When they're inside the net, that means they're not confident.
That's right.
And that was the case again last night for Sorokin. There was a shot he saved on Pasternak in the second period where he was almost in the net. I mean, he didn't control. And this was like from, 40 foot out. I mean, he really wasn't screened, but the shot seemed to surprise him. And after he gave up a goal, I don't know which one it was. I'm sorry, I don't know which one, maybe third or the fourth. They just looked at his face, and he just looked flummoxed out there.
It was the third goal.
Okay.
I think it was the third goals that you're referencing. Yeah, they ended up panning to him. I think that was the one that was scored on I want to say that was the one that was either scored on the power play or right before that was off the hand pass.
Okay, and he looked flummoxed. It looks like he has no confidence right now. We know that they fired Pierre Greco, who's one of the best goalie coaches in the world. They brought in, the psychologist guy from Russia who'd worked with Sorokin before. But you're seeing around on the internet, oh my God, Sorokin, the worst goalie in the league. Trade him, do this, that. Okay, He's going through a rough patch. He is. A lot of it has to do with the absolutely horrible, and I mean horrible defense in front of him.
Yeah.
Just terrible. So I don't know. It's like, is Patrick Waugh the reason why? He was good when under Lane Lambert. When Patrick Waugh got there, all of a sudden his game started tailing off. Is it the pressure of playing under Patrick Waugh? Is Patrick Waugh saying things, well, when I was a goalie, I would have done this and this. Goalies are kind of funny. They're kind of fickle. For anyone thinking that they're going to be trading Ilya Sorokin, it's just not happening. I'm sorry. It's not. So anyone who says we should trade Ilya Sorokin, for what? You think we should trade Ilya Sorokin?
That was me who was saying that we should trade Sorokin. I said trade him for picks.
Okay. You're not going to get fair value for him. You're just not.
If a team's desperate enough come playoff time.
Okay. That means you have to move him by the deadline. They're not trading Ilya Sorokin. If they were going to consider trading him, it would be an off-season deal. It's not going to be done in season. It just isn't. That being said,
guess teams don't want to win that bad.
Well, he's struggling a little bit. I don't know the reason, but he's not confident. That much I can tell you.
No, he's not.
By looking at him, he if a goal goes in that could be considered weaker, he kind of gets down on himself. That's not who he's been before. Okay. Now he's still making some spectacular saves. He made 2 or 3 spectacular saves yesterday. There was one goal he probably should have stopped, but he made 2 or 3 spectacular
he did make
saves.
some good saves. And also the Boston goalie made some really nice saves in that game too. Really nice.
After the first goal, which was
he flipped the switch in the second period. He absolutely did.
Second and third period, he was really good. And in the third period, I thought the Islanders were outplayed until Boston scored to make it 4-2. When Boston went up 4-2, the Islanders absolutely picked their game up.
Yep.
And Korpisalo was really good. Really good. I mean, Horvat had a couple of chances in close.
Yeah, and
he got stoned, right? Yep. Boston's a bad team, though. Boston's a bad team. They're not good. They're not a playoff contender.
They absolutely are.
Okay. But that was only, I think, the Islanders' 3rd road game all year. You can check to see how many road games they played this year. I think that was their 3rd road game out of 9. So they've had a lot of home cooking. They played a lot of easy teams, caught a lot of teams, 2 teams on the second half of back-to-backs, because Boston was coming off the second half of a back-to-back where they got obliterated by Buffalo. I was stunned that Boston lost yesterday.
That was their 4th road game, Grumpy.
So 4th road.
Yeah, their first road game was actually the first game of the season against the Pens. Then they had another road game against the Senators, the Flyers, and then the Bruins.
Okay, so 4th road game. We haven't really played tough competition. Edmonton just mailed that game in.
They were it's like they didn't wake up for the game. But they came out flat.
How many playoff teams from last year do we play? Edmonton. I think that's it. I mean, Pittsburgh, no. Philly, no. Detroit,
did the Senators make the playoffs last year or no?
Oh, maybe they did make the playoffs and got beat.
I think Winnipeg. We played Winnipeg. Winnipeg made the playoffs last year.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'm just full of shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's
Come on, Grumpy, you're so
usual. I forgot we played. I forgot. I'm trying to think. I'm just looking at the games we won.
Yeah, I think Ottawa made it last year. Winnipeg made it last year, and the Oilers did.
Yeah, the Oilers. So 3 out of 9.
I know Winnipeg definitely did because they did the whiteout, and that was pretty crazy. That reminded me of Penn State. I do remember that.
So 3 playoff teams out of 9 games, and your record is 4-4-1. Okay, so if you break it out over the course of a year, what's your record going to be? You're going to have 82 points. That's not good enough to make the playoffs. So, that's kind of what we're looking at going to see. But just talking about Sorokin, I don't like that Sorokin hate online. It's so easy to blame.
He's a scapegoat. He's a scapegoat. Whenever teams, and this is for a lot of, I guess, sports that have a goalie. Whenever teams give up goals, they always blame the keep. Always. A lot of the times, people online always blame the keep. I will say he has looked like he's been struggling. Granted, he wasn't put in the best position to succeed. I'll say that. You know, your team's constantly giving up penalties all the time. It's not a recipe for success.
Right. And particularly with the Islanders penalty kill, which is just not good. It's just, I don't like the hate on Sorokin, though. It's just, he's easy. He's a target. You know, Barzell, people hate Barzell. They wish they had a whole team of Emil, the Eel, and Hennemans, who, by the way, is cooled off, if you noticed. I don't know. He's a one-trick pony, that guy. He's a fourth liner, Mr. Fourth Liner. I mean, let's just be honest. He's a fourth liner. So anyone who thinks any different, sorry. So any type of trades in fantasy that you want to make by trading Emil Henneman, that's not going to work unless you get bonus points for having fourth liners on your team. No good. I think Anthony Duclair has been okay. Kyle Palmieri, you see there's quite a few diminishing returns when it comes to him. I don't know how many points he'll have this year, but he's not the same guy. 34, 35 years old now. That's just what we can expect. Honestly, that's all that we can expect from Kyle Palmieri. So, I mean, it's just, like I said, it just kind of is what it is. But you got to beat teams like Boston. I mean, Matthew Schaefer could potentially get the team in the playoffs all by himself, because when he's on the ice, the team is different.
Yep.
Just is.
Team plays better.
Yeah.
And he was moved up to the number one defensive line pairing. Got it right this time, Grumpy. I didn't call it a line.
Who is he paired with?
Tony DeAngelo.
No.
I thought he was with DeAngelo.
No. Tony DeAngelo is not on the first. He's not on the first pairing. He's with right now. He's with Marshall Warren, number 41, who had a goal and assist against the Flyers, but he's limited defensively as well.
He had 2 assists against the Flyers, didn't he?
I thought he had a goal and assist.
I could have been looking at points. He had 2 assists. He didn't have any goals.
Okay.
2 assists.
I could have sworn. Okay, so they took away the goal. I thought it was his goal.
2 assists.
Okay. But, I mean, he's, he can move the puck, but what does he struggle with? Playing defense. That's the conundrum the Islanders are in, right? I mean, he's playing now. Why? Because Romanov's out. That's why he's playing.
Yep.
He'd be back in the A if Romanov was healthy. Don't know when
he took a really bad penalty in the game against the Flyers. He took a tripping penalty that was just like, dude, what are you doing?
Young guys do that.
Yeah.
You're not going to hear me bag on the young guys like that.
No.
They're just learning. There's learning.
Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, come on, skate, move your feet a little bit. Don't just poke the stick in, move your feet. Don't be lazy.
And sometimes you have to remember, you know what? You have to learn how to be a professional. These guys are faster. These guys there's more drive to them. And I think that's sometimes the Islanders struggle with that. Young guys struggle with that in particular, because when you're good, you can take shifts off in the AHL. And I'm not saying that Marshall is not a good player or won't turn out to be a good player, but he's just not there yet.
Yeah.
George, same thing down the minors. So those are the things that the Islanders have to worry about. They have to deal with that. I mean, that's just the way it is at this point in time. The Sorokin issue needs to be straightened out. They need to find out what the problem is. Like I said, Pierre Greco, absolutely a top-notch goalie coach, but he wasn't able to provide any answers. That's why he was let go, period. And then you have to say, well, is this guy – it's too early. I mean, what's it been, a week and a half, and all of a sudden all of Sorokin's ills are going to be cured? No, it's a progress. It's a process, right?
Process, yep.
Is it because, maybe something with Patrick Waugh? I don't know. Could be. I don't know. He was good under Lambert. He hasn't been as good under Waugh. That's fair to say. Or could it be that he's closing? I think he's 30 years old now, and he's always been a goalie who relies on athleticism. Guys like that are going to tail off earlier in their careers. You don't stay as athletic and as limber and so spectacular in the athletic department. You don't keep that forever. The guys who last a long time are the ones who have good positioning.
Now, let me ask, would you say any of the goals that he's given up recently, would you consider any of those weakies, though?
maybe a little bit on one of the maybe the fourth goal yesterday. He's not the reason why they lost, though.
I'm not saying he's the reason why they lost. I'm just saying if he's giving up weaker goals, or if you notice that he's given up some weaker goals, does the athleticism really play a part, or is it more so maybe the lack of confidence?
I think the confidence is the big thing.
Yeah.
To me, it's always the confidence. Always the confidence with him. You can just see it on his face.
Yeah.
Look at how is he comfortable in net?
He had the 1,000-mile stare in the game against the Flyers. Like, he was just like, oh my God.
They left the camera on him
for a long time.
Inordinately long time.
They absolutely did him a disservice.
No favors. Yeah. I'm watching. I'm like, ooh.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was so bad I even noticed it.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh
my God.
The struggles on the Pasternak shot that he saved, but made it really difficult. It's like he's not feeling good about himself.
Yep.
I don't think that's going to last.
No, guys, guys go through slumps all the time.
And we're Sorokin's biggest supporters, but we always call it like we see it.
And he's struggling right now. I don't think there's any denying it.
Yeah. And the Islanders, they're playing running gun offense, right?
Which leaves him out to dry.
That's right. Hang him out to dry a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. But he's made some spectacular saves in games this year, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won us a game or two himself, he and Schaefer. But something is not right with him. Something's not right.
Just got to work through it.
Got to work through it. That's all we can do, X. There's nothing else you can do. I don't want to hear, though, Sorokin's got to be traded. You got a bag of pucks for him. Yeah, no.
No. I never said a bag of pucks. I said you need to maximize the value you can get for his behind, though. Absolutely.
You're not the only one who said this, by the way.
I'm the one who's like, I'm looking towards the future. Is he going to be the Sorokin that we need looking towards the future when the team's good?
You're not going to get the value that you should for him right now. This would be an absolute sell low, which you never want to do. Unless you have a team that says, you know what, we're missing, and maybe it's a goalie injury is what it would take to a team like, I don't know, name a team like Winnipeg or
all it takes Vegas. Is a baseball bat, Grumpy.
Florida. Why? I don't know. Only Nancy Kerrigan would know. Yep. She's a Bruins fan, but they're not going anywhere either.
Hey, you're wrong. They're going to the playoffs. I'm telling you right now. I already told you previously.
Yeah, it's funny because we've been playing fairly well, and I thought we deserved most of our wins.
We started out like crap, turned it up, and then slowly we've progressively turned back to not playing.
Went back to the suck zone.
It's crazy. We went on a little win streak, then we had the overtime loss, then lost to. We're winning, dominating, honestly, at the beginning of the game against the Bruins, and then just absolutely just let it run down our leg. Just not good.
Not good enough. And now, do you know who we play tomorrow?
Who's
a team that absolutely owns us?
The Hurricanes. The Hurricanes.
Now the Hurricanes have a bunch of injuries. And they've been struggling the last few games. You know what? How they look at their schedule like, here we go, get well tonic, New York Islanders. That's what it turns out.
This is another away game for us.
Yeah.
So will be interesting to see how we fare in that. I predict we lose.
Oh, I'm absolutely predicting that we lose. I mean, we can go through the games till Wednesday and just see what we think our record's going to be. I always kind of like doing that.
That's fine. Here, I'll pull.
If you could just pull it up and just see, just for fun. Let's see what we got.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to share the screen. Let me know when you can see, Grumpy, and if you can see.
Okay. We got Hurricanes tomorrow. That's a loss. The Capitals. That's a loss. Blue Jackets. Loss. Bruins. I think
we know they're playoff bounds. That's going to be another L.
So before next week's podcast, we're going to have 4 games. Can you scroll back the other way, please?
Yeah.
Are there any back-to-backs? Yes, they're back to back tomorrow, which is the 30th. You know how I know tomorrow's the 30th? X. How do you think I would know that tomorrow's the 30th?
Oh, I think it's because a certain member of the show has it's a special day for them today. It's a special day.
That's right. My birthday today.
So everybody spam happy birthday in the chat for Grumpy.
Yeah. So the Islanders, their first back-to-back, Hurricanes tomorrow, Washington next day. Those are 2 losses. Sunday against the Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets are starting to play better now too. So that's probably 3 losses, and they should beat Boston.
Yes.
I mean, maybe we over the next 4 games, what do you predict our record's going to be though? Like seriously.
Seriously?
Yeah.
See, you feel strongly that we're gonna beat Boston. I can't see that as happening. Boston's better than us.
Boston's not better than us.
You think differently than me. We're definitely losing to the Hurricanes. We'll probably lose to the Capitals. I think we'll lose. Yeah, we're gonna lose the Blue Jackets, and then I think we're gonna lose to Boston. I think we're gonna go 0-4.
Oh wow, this show is.
I think we'll have a couple of games that go to like overtime, or like at least one game. I think our game against Boston will go to overtime, though. So I think we'll get a loser point out of that.
So
that's my prediction.
You haven't been on this show that long to be worn out and just say they're going to lose every game like
I'm not worn out. I'm a realist. There's a difference. Okay. I know whether or not the team has the ability to win.
They could win one of these games, though. They could surprise.
The Capitals have the all-time most scoring player when it comes to goals, the all-time goal scorer in the NHL. So you know he's going to be putting a couple in.
Well, that means nothing, though. So, I mean, even though he did break the goal-scoring record against us last year, that means nothing. They've got a couple of injuries, too. Dylan Strome is out.
But the Hurricanes are always good. They're always good. They made the playoffs how many years now straight consecutively? They're always a good team. They're still good. I just think they're going to beat us.
They do have some injuries. They signed Mike Riley, who was a guy that I thought the Islanders should have picked up in the offseason or re-signed last year. They just let him go. And he's doing really well for the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes it's like the healing waters for defensemen. If you cannot be a good defenseman playing for the Hurricanes, you can't be the good defenseman, period, because they get the best out of all their defensemen. Jacob Slavin is out right now. Keandre Miller is out right now. So they're playing some lower level guys at the bottom. So the Islanders maybe could steal a win. Doubtful. I don't think they're beating the Capitals. And I think that Columbus is the type of team that gives us problems because they're really good offensively and they really pressure guys in the offensive zone. That's where the Islanders are weakest. Boston sucks. I know they beat us yesterday, but man, they suck. So I would expect the Islanders to beat them. So
no, I mean Boston's playoff bound, so they're absolutely going to beat us.
Well, I mean, 1-3 over that time, I think is realistic. Could the Islanders go 2-2? They could.
It's not going to happen.
I think what you're seeing is their level of play is kind of evening out now to what they really are. So,
I mean, honestly, though, we kind of are hoping that they lose for selfish reasons.
Purely selfish reasons, just purely selfish reasons.
And I think, I hate to say it, the rest of the fan base should feel that way. They should look towards the future. Don't look from, here to here. Look, outwards. Hey, we want to be good for a long time. We want to have a dynasty. We want to make a lot of runs at the Cup. The best way to do that is by rebuilding the team.
I think most of the fans have accepted that now.
Yeah, I think a lot have.
I really do. So I'm not.
Which is good.
Yeah, I absolutely think that's the case here. I mean, it's smart. You should know that. You should know that, okay, it's rebuild time.
Yep.
I think most people realize that. I just don't want people it's like, oh, we got to re-sign Anders Lee or this. No.
We just have to hope that ownership and Darsh realize that.
I think Darsh absolutely does.
Which is good.
I
think, the fact that the fans realize that also gives, I want to say it gives ownership, and it also gives Darsh, they can stop and take a breath where they're not like, okay, we got to do whatever we can to get fans in the seats. I think people realize okay, we're in full rebuild mode. We support that.
They should have asked him what his 5-year plan was for the team, right?
Yeah.
Anytime you still work.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, when you go in like for reviews, do they ask you about like a 5-year plan? Where you see?
Well, they ask you what are your plans for the future?
What are your plans for the future?
Yeah.
Well, in the NHL, you can't say, "Oh, win a Stanley Cup." Oh, when do you say that happened? I don't know. By the time I'm 70, that's not a good answer. So they probably, a number of years, maybe a 3-year plan, whatever. But absolutely, the Islanders that's what they should have asked. And he should have been honest. I was not privy to the conversations that went for, him getting the position. But I think that he had to be honest, say the team's not good enough right now. They say, oh, yeah, we want to compete. We want to compete. I think that's just lip service to the fans, really.
We're hoping it is.
Yeah. I think that's just kind of where they're at this period in time.
Grumpy, you want to get in some comments or do you want to do ad read?
Yeah, I'd like to do the ad read first. We have 2 ads today. We have our first one is DraftKings Pick 6. And the NBA season tips off, and so does DraftKings' newest fantasy game. DraftKings Pick 6 is the easiest way to play for big wins, with every possession giving you a shot at real money. Here's how to play. Just pick more or less on 2 or more stats and unlock the upside every game brings. Pick 6 is available in Texas, California, Missouri, and more. New DraftKings customers get $50 in bonus picks with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Don't just watch basketball, cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code THPN. That's code THPN. Play just $5. Get $50 in Pick 6 bonus picks. Make the right call. Ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. New one per new customer. So you got to be a new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos. So that's something that you really have to worry about there, X.
Yep.
But we also have another ad read just for those who are interested. This is just our standard DraftKings. Hold on here, X.
You good?
Yeah, I got it. I just have to open something up here. My bad. I should have been prepared. Of course.
Okay, we can pop a comment up while you're loading that.
Yeah, go ahead. Read the comment. No, don't do that. I want to get to this ad.
Okay. Or not.
Yeah, no, not. We're just gonna say not on that. Okay.
Okay.
Oops. Okay. And let me just get to what time are we at, X? Give me the
We
exact
are at 39:29.
Okay. Hockey's back, and this season DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, brings you all the speed, skill, and nonstop action you love. DraftKings delivers the unmatched intensity of the NHL right at your fingertips. From player props to the thrill of live in-game betting, every drop of the puck is your shot to win. If X, I don't know. Do you do any of this gambling stuff, X? Do you?
I do not. I think I've only ever placed one bet in my life.
Did you lose?
I did lose, but it was for personal reasons as to why I placed the bet. Do you want to know what the bet was?
Yeah, I'm interested.
It was on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
You bet on them to win.
I was either going to be happy because they lost, or I was going to be mad that they won, but at least I was going to get some money off of it. So
okay.
That's the only bet I ever made.
Okay. Well, new customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get paid out $300 in bonus bets instantly. So if you bet $5 on the Chiefs, you could have got $300 in bonus bets. I mean, I don't know what particularly your type of bet. I don't know what the odds were.
Rasheed Rice anytime touchdown, something like that.
He's pretty good. I gotta say. But for the NHL, what would you be betting? Would you be betting on Ilya Sorokin pitching a shutout one of the next couple of games or no?
Probably not. Probably Shafe Daddy to go ahead and get a point.
Okay. So X, if you were a bettor, you would pretty much use DraftKings, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, what about guys like Chauncey Billups? Probably not. I think he should control himself.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Light the lamp all season long with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's THPN to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in New York. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY for 67369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of the Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. Pass through or per wager. Tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. You only have 7 days. Minimum odds required for additional terms and responsible gaming resources. See dkng.com/audio. Limited time offer. So if you're interested in gambling, the gambling thing, you're a lot worse than DraftKings. I just look at it that way.
Yep.
Valued partner of the Hockey Podcast Network. Okay, X. So
let's get to some comments, Grumpy.
Let's get to some comments, X. Let's get to some comments.
Yes. All right. 012121321 says, Son X, I know you know all Islanders captains, but do you know their numbers? I'm going to confidently tell you, no, I do not.
X.
I do not know their numbers.
How do you think? There were two ways to avoid embarrassing yourself on this question.
Okay, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to cheat.
You could just not put the comment up. Is another way.
Yeah,
if your moral sense, if your little feelings get hurt.
Hey, if people want to comment in, I'm gonna put their comment up.
Okay.
What can I say? I can confidently tell you that I don't know their numbers. I think 91 was Tavares. Lee is 23.
No, he's not. His number is not 23.
It's close. 20 something.
It is 20 something.
27.
27. There you go.
I was close. Yeah, not gonna know the other ones. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't. At least I got two of them.
Denny Potvin was 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah. So they could have had 3, but
there we go. You threw me the third.
Meatball Parm says, "Good evening. Am I seeing the title of this stream correctly?" Yeah. X forgot to put the question in there. I mean, X calls me. He can't come up with a title.
You know what? No, because he is struggling right now. He currently is struggling. You can't argue that.
It's Sorokin struggles ? You could have put that. Is he struggling? Is he not struggling? What's we tried to break it down why he could potentially be struggling if he is truly struggling.
Does that take away from the fact that he's struggling?
I don't know how much he's
struggling. Be honest with yourself. Do you think he's struggling right now?
I do.
Compared to his usual play.
I think that his confidence is down.
Oh, okay. So a fancy way of saying yes, he's struggling. Thank you very much.
Maybe so.
Thank you very much.
Rick Roma says, Sorokin sucks when even this podcast is turned on him. Okay.
We've not fully turned on him. We have not turned on him. We're just saying he currently is in a slump and is not playing well. And I think everybody can agree with that.
That's fair.
He can absolutely pick it up and turn it around. He definitely can. And I think if, I would say we would be more in DEFCON like 10 if this is like 2 to 3 months from now and this is how he's performing. Then I'd be like, yeah, we have some real problems going on. But again, he's had the new coach for a week, right? A week or two. Let's give it some time for him to work in with the new coach. I know he's worked with him before, but it's a little bit different. So let's give him some time to working with the new coach and reassess after that.
Get his confidence back. I think that's all he needs. Just get his confidence back. Hopefully it'll be next year after we have a boatload of first-round picks that we've used.
Yeah, after we get Gavin McKenna.
Satan's Child 516 says, X, do you see his little picture there?
I kind of can. Is it Dawn of the Dead?
Dawn of the Dead. The original Dawn of the Dead from
Yes.
1978, the best of the Dawn of the Deads.
Not the one where they're in the mall. It's the one where
Not,
the house.
No, they're in the mall.
Oh, that's the original one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Satan's Child 516 says, since Sun X is late, now he has to name every retired Islanders number. Do you even look at the comments before you put them up there to embarrass yourself? Is that what you're looking for?
No, I just
ignoring it.
Honestly, I just know. I don't know. I named two. That was it. Oh, they're not even retired. So
why is everyone having numbers, X? What have you done?
What? Why does
everyone have? It used to just be Goon Goon. Now everyone, Satan's Child didn't have a number. Goon Goon hasn't had a number. No one's had numbers on the back.
You make it sound like I did something. I did not do anything different from what I usually do.
Goon Goon says still can't protect leads. Still take boneheaded penalties. Bad defense. Crappy goaltending. Sunix refusing to replenish the water. When should we start worrying if Wah gets the big fooler, like if he gets bounced? I don't think he's at any risk of getting fired right now. He's way too happy on that bench. Maybe ownership said, don't worry, guys. Doesn't matter as long as we're playing hard. Doesn't matter what a record is. We know we're in for the long haul. We know we need to do a rebuild. We know we were flummoxed by the old man telling us what we should do, bringing back all these guys all over the top place. And we're not going to do that anymore. So you guys are going to have time. Maybe that's what the thought process is. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say if that's the case, then why didn't I mean, to me, I guess if the players are just happy collecting a paycheck, like if that's seriously how the conversation went down, if the players are happy collecting a paycheck, then I guess, yes, they'd be on board for that. But if they're actually trying to win or do something in their career, I couldn't imagine them being like, yeah, I want to stay here.
And when it comes to the not protecting leads, I thought the Islanders had done better at that earlier this year. I really did. But the last two games
been rough.
They've just kind of get back into that rut. Who knows if it'll stick?
Yep.
Nick Canetta says, Grump, since Romanov has been out, I think you'd have to agree that the reason that pair was so bad was because DeAngelo is just awful. Yeah, Tony DeAngelo is awful. So is Alexander Romanov. Both things can be true. They absolutely can be true, and they are true. Nick Canetta says he hasn't been able to watch live lately. Been watching the replays. Hope all is well with you guys. It is, Nick. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Gungun says, if Rittich gets a shot and makes us proud, will Sorokin standing as a starter float away on a cloud? No. Absolutely not. He's not. Sorokin's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and especially with the amount that he's getting paid. He's gonna be the starter.
And I'm not saying that Rittich is a poor goaltender, but he's not going to be a guy who can carry you through a season. He's not. He's a good backup, I feel. It's the reason why he was signed. Scott Levy, haven't heard from him in a while, says, do you think Sorokin is hiding an injury, or since he got his exhaustion and his payday,
he might be mailing it in?
Oh, very nasty tone from you, X.
What do you mean? I was just reading
it. I mean, I noticed you're not reading any comments because we know how that payday,
goes. He might be mailing it in. No, I don't think he's mailing it in. I think Grumpy would agree that he does not think he's mailing it in. I think that he's just in a rut right now.
That's what I think also. I think it's mental right now. I really do.
Yep.
Wasteland of Destroyed. Romanov sucks. He is the one who actually brings down DeAngelo, who is not any good on defense to begin with. Yeah, they're both bad defensively. Tony DeAngelo is an abomination defensively. Romanov he's not as bad defensively as DeAngelo, but he ain't far off. I mean, the team is bad with him, bad without him on defense. Sorry. I mean, do you think the team's better with or without Romanov?
I mean, they've been playing well the last couple of games. I think they're better with him. I mean, I'm going to just say, yeah, they're better with him. I think he's better than Warren.
Okay. That's fair. Gugman says, will tomorrow's game versus the Canes be a bloodbath? No, I think they'll lose by a couple goals. Did Kirk feel Khan's wrath? Do you even know what that's about, X?
It is Star Trek
Trek.
Captain Kirk and I can't remember who Khan is, but I know who Captain Kirk is.
The Wrath of Khan was
The Wrath of Khan. That's right. That was one of the movies.
I think that was the second movie, I believe.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it was the second movie, and it was a good one. It's funny because the old Star Trek movies always the even number ones were the best. Usually, the even numbered ones.
Yeah.
And Wrath of Khan was good. Khan. Evil. See, the names are all coming up weird, X. I don't know what you did.
I didn't do anything.
What did you do, X? What did you do?
Nothing. It's
Evil
probably
again.
you.
Evil again says Keaton Verhoff, the right-handed defenseman, would be a good pickup. It's too early. Honestly, it's too early to tell. You got to let the season play out. The Islanders absolutely need right-handed defensemen in their system, though. They don't have any. None. So they absolutely need to make some draft capital investments in right-handed defensemen. I agree with that. They need everything, though. They don't need one left-handed defenseman. They got one of those. But, yeah. Gungun says, Son X, you're a damn good-looking man, and your hygiene is acceptable. So there's not a doubt in my mind that you'll not only remember who John Spano is, but explain his role in Islanders history. John Spano. CX, you have invited people to attack you about your lack of Islanders knowledge.
I thought we said we're looking towards the future, right? Isn't that what we discussed?
That is
looking towards the future and not the past.
Yeah, and actually, I'm going to give you credit. I've actually been watching every single game, and you've actually had some positive input in your discussions about those games. John Spano tried to buy the Islanders years ago, except he had
no money.
No money.
Do it. That's right. I do remember that. I do remember that. After you gave me the little refresher, it triggered in my brain.
Will you agree that it's tough to make a purchase like that when you have no money?
I'm going to say the check will probably bounce.
And it did many a time.
Yes.
JP's got a number on this thing too, X.
Dude, don't even. Not about it.
Good evening, gents. Sorokin has to feel as if he's been left hanging out to dry after all this time being on a subpar team. It could be just something like that. Maybe just needs a change of scenery. I don't know. But right now, it's not optimal. I'll just say that. And he does. It's a lot of high danger chances on him all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes he makes great saves. Sometimes he doesn't. Maybe people are thinking he should be the guy like with a 930 save percentage. That's not sustainable for the most part. JP also says, I could see the Oilers looking to try to get Sorokin, but what would they have to give up? That's the whole thing.
Connor McDavid.
Okay. That's not happening. You're not going to get no. You're not getting any of the big guns. Maybe you could get a Ryan Nugent Hopkins, maybe someone like that.
Not available then.
Well, that's all you're getting. Certainly, they don't have any defensemen worth anything, and they don't have really draft picks either. They've been trading those away too, which not what we're kind of looking for. JP adds, if I were the Oilers GM, I know I would. If the Oilers have Sorokin last year, they win the cup, in my opinion. Maybe so, maybe not. They were outplayed tremendously by Florida last year. 2 years ago, you can make that assertion. Last year, I don't know. That series, for a 4-2 series, it was more like 4-0 than 4-2. Next comment, X. Charles Dittmer says, X, oh my gosh. See, X, your lack of knowledge on anything with the Islanders, it sounds like the people have had enough of you not knowing anything, and now they're going to be hitting you with question after question. Charles Dittmer says, X, which Islanders Hall of Famer gave his captaincy to Dennis Potvin? Big power forward. Was the protector out there for Mike Bossy. Any ideas? If you like, who was Superman's alter ego? Do you remember his name?
Clark Kent.
Well, Clark Kent was Superman's alter ego, but maybe that name, the first name, should give you a hint on what Islander player gave his captaincy to Dennis Potvin. Clark
Gillies. Oh, Gillies, the Gillies. That's
There
right.
you go, Clark Gillies.
Ooh.
Wow, man, oh man!
You had to help me out.
If we were on the $100,000 pyramid X, the time would have ran out. That's all I'm going to say.
Boop, boop, boop. And I would have given the answer of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I would have won the millions.
Guggen says, oh my God, here we go. Isles in the 70s and early 80s had no problem splitting time between two goalies. Al Arbor was smart enough to ride out the hot goalie for a while. Why can't this team in 2025? Sun X, is hope still alive?
I honestly hope that hope is not still alive for selfish purposes, but yeah.
So you're embracing the suck too.
Oh yeah, fully. But I mean, okay, is it fun to watch them win? Yes. It does put a smile on my face when they score goals. It does put a smile on my face when they win. But at the same point in time, it's like I have to backtrack. I'm like, okay, no, we don't want this. This is not good. This is not good.
Because it's not like
Think big picture. Think big picture.
Big picture.
Yeah,
that's right. Also, the Islanders had some pretty good goalie tandems back then. Rolly Melanson was really good.
Rick DiPietro was good back in the day too.
Okay, that was in the 90s, late 90s. He sucked.
He was so good. He was honestly probably best goalie that ever played sport.
Okay. You know, Billy Smith, Chico Resch, Rolly Melanson, Kelly Rudy. They had a lot of good goaltenders. David Rittich isn't in that class. Craig, the regular human bartender, says that new therapist needs to get to work on a very expensive goalie. I love Sorokin, but he hasn't been playing up to the contract. I think that's fair also.
Yep.
Brett Weiner said the worst trade in Islander history was when the Islanders traded Luongo. I bet the Sorokin trade may become the second worst. The Luongo trade was the worst trade. Maybe I'm not saying all of hockey history, but it's certainly top 10, without a doubt.
With what he became, yeah.
Well, the reason they gave him up was just stupid, because Mike Milbury interviewed Rick DiPietro. He's a Boston guy, and he liked his attitude, and he could handle the puck.
Phenomenal.
You know, the only thing he couldn't do was stop pucks from going in the net. Maybe he could be a winger. No. Milbury said if this doesn't work out, Mad Mike should be fired. Well, he should have been. Craig, the regular human bartender, says Horvat and Schaefer have been the most exciting players to watch so far. Horvat's been really good so far this year, as has Schaefer, without a doubt. Other than that, the defense is terrible. The wingers, I mean, we haven't played really good teams. And the one we did, Edmonton and Winnipeg, we lost to Winnipeg handily. And Edmonton was just flat. Just came out flat. Rich Arnold says, I won't defend Sorokin when you aren't making routine saves 95% of the time. Aren't making, okay. Google, I don't understand that. Google
says I won't defend Sorokin when you aren't making routine saves 95% of the time. So when you can't make routine saves 95% of the time, I can't defend you.
So is he not defending him then?
He's saying he's not defending him.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not going to go there. Gungun says on X to show off that you're now familiar with hockey players and their value. And the value. Would you accept a trade of Sorokin and Barzell for McDavid? Grumpy, does big band music from the 40s sound dated? I'll touch on you. I'll give you time to think about that trade question next. My dad loved big band music back from the 40s. He loved it.
I've never heard big band music.
Glenn Miller, Jimmy Dorsey, big band. You didn't answer the question about the trade, X.
Well, sorry. Hold on. I'm trying to multitask over here. I'm reading the comments that are coming in, trying to star them, a lot.
But there was a question about a trade. Would you think a trade for McDavid for Barzell and Sorokin? Would you make that trade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. I
course,
absolutely would.
That trade's not happening.
No one, but I would do that trade.
Charles Dittmer says, X, which future Islander scored a goal which propelled the Islanders into the playoffs and eliminated Pittsburgh, which enabled Pittsburgh to draft Yager. You don't know, X.
No.
I mean,
Hint, it was a D-man from Buffalo.
maybe Yui Krupp.
Do you know who it was, Grumpy?
Maybe Yui Krupp.
Yui Krupp? All right. We're going to say Yui Krupp.
Okay. JP says, we don't typically think of Smitty as athletic, but when he was at his best, he really was very athletic, and he was at his best in the playoffs from age 30 to 33, so it really depends. Every Sorokin save, though, is like based on athleticism. It's not because he's super positionally sound. I'm not saying he's positionally unsound, but he's really athletic in that. That's his calling card.
And then Tommy Baffy said it was Krupp.
Yep, there you go. Yui Krupp. Very good.
Oh, there we go.
Got a lot of happy birthdays. Thank
Happy
you so
birthday.
much.
Happy birthday, Grumpy. Happy birthday, Grump. Grump, happy birthday, you and my beautiful wife.
Well, happy birthday, Charles. Say happy birthday to her from me. Oh, Lanny McDonald. I hate Lanny McDonald. Everyone knows that.
Happy birthday. Hello, Grumpy and X-Mania. Happy birthday, Grumpster. Hello, all. Happy birthday, Grumpy.
A lot of those.
We'll go on to the next one here.
I want to say thank you to everyone for the happy birthday wishes. And for those who are interested, no, X has not got me a gift at this point.
Okay, first off, full on hold and halt. I asked you today, is there anything in particular that you're interested in? And you said, no, it probably won't come in until next year anyway.
That is exactly what I said because, as you know, I just got my Father's Day gift, 2 weeks ago?
Hey, better late than never.
June to October.
You have it, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, then what are you complaining about?
Frankie G Sports says, if the Islanders make the playoffs, TJ has to come back to the show. TJ wants to come back on the show. I know he does.
He does. He does.
But he can't. He can't. He wants to. He never wanted to leave. He really wants to come back now. I know he does.
Well, especially with how well Schaefer's been playing. Yeah.
Yeah. Frank from Empire State says, no way Sorokin is 100% back healthy from his back surgery. That's the thing about back surgeries. You never know.
Yep.
You never know.
Yep.
That's the issue. You never know. And they're tricky. The one thing they've never been able to really fix are backs.
Yep.
If you start having back issues, you tend to continue to have back issues.
Yep.
Modify 10 says Sorokin is done. Should have been rid of him. One good season, and that's it. That's kind of nasty. I don't know. I don't think that's true. Gungun says, Sunex, how can I make $100 disappear fast? Is Sorokin simply out of gas?
You want to make $100 disappear fast? Give it to me.
Give it to X. That's exactly
I'm going to say give it to me. You won't see that again.
Yep. Is Sorokin simply out of gas? No.
I don't think he's out of gas. I think he's just I agree with Grumpy on that lack of confidence. I just don't think, and it really affects players. It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
So, hopefully he can work on that, build it back up.
X, you should commit this to memory. I'm surprised you didn't get one of them, honestly.
Oh, this right here. I got one. No. I got two of them.
Well, first you said Lee was number 23.
Yeah. Then, I got Lee's wrong. And then I said 27 after that.
Yeah.
It's not like you gave me any hints or anything. I got it right after that. I just guessed the wrong number. I got Tavares.
Do you know any of the first names of these players?
Clark Gillies, Dennis Poppin, Bill Sutter.
No, fuck.
Brian.
No. BR. It starts with a BR.
Brad.
No. Brent Sutter.
Brent. Michael Pekka.
There you go.
John Tavares. Anders Lee.
What about the first one?
Westfall. Will Westfall. I don't know. I'm just saying something that sounds good.
Eddie Westfall.
Yeah, shot.
Eddie Westfall.
No shot. You said Brent or Brett? Brent. Brent.
B-R-E-N-T.
Brent Sutter. Okay.
Brent
and
Sutter.
Eddie Westfall. Okay. I know the other ones. Brent Sutter and Eddie Westfall.
You'll forget them all.
Don't worry. Next Wednesday, you'll ask me for their first names.
Write it down and have it at your fingertips.
No, I'm not going to cheat.
How is it cheating? It's how you remember it.
Yeah, it's cheating. It's cheating. If I just pull them up, it's not fair.
So you think you embarrassing yourself every single week is the way to go?
You know what?
How do you expect to learn it? How do you expect to learn it?
By getting publicly shamed every single week
Until
it's ingrained in my brain.
But that hasn't worked.
It's worked for some of them. It's worked for some of them. So,
Eli Apple says, Eli Apple says, happy birthday, Grump. You have the same birthday. You and me have the same birthday. Well, happy birthday. Hopefully the Islanders win the Stanley Cup this year for us. Well, I probably wish for something a little bit less. So you won't be disappointed. I don't see the Islanders winning the Cup this year, but that doesn't mean that, we can't make strides, right? That's what it's about. Young players, play the young players. Let's see who can be part of the solution going forward. 100% agree with that. What do you think about that, X?
Yeah, I would love to see if the Islanders win the Stanley Cup this year. I can't see that as happening, but that would be awesome. I remember I did make the prediction, I think, when we first started the show. I said, you watch, they're going to win. So I'm paying attention to them now.
Yeah.
That is not going to happen.
It's not.
You
also predicted Boston was going to make the playoffs. You thought they were going to win division.
Whoa. Boston is going to make the playoffs.
Did you say Boston was going to win division too?
I don't think I said they were going to win division. Maybe I did. I said they were definitely going to make the playoffs, though.
Yeah.
And I still stand strong to that.
Right now, they're last in the Atlantic.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's always a chance.
Okay. So you're saying there's a chance.
That's right. I'm saying there's a chance, Grumpy.
Time is now 666 says, happy birthday, Grumpy. Thank you so much. Frank from Empire State says, D'Angelo sucks. He does. The only thing that makes him worse is when he's teamed up with Romanov. It's even worse. Gugun says, Grumpy, a few years back, you replaced your sofa. How does the new one rate? Can you change your mind, or is it too late? It's way too late. And it's good. It's a good sofa. Whatever. A sofa's a sofa. I don't know. Next time the warden complains she doesn't have anywhere to lay down, I said, there's a floor right there. You can lay down on the floor right at my feet. She does not appreciate those type of comments. So I only used it once and I got a smack. So she wants to get a couch she can lay on. Sorry, warden. Sorry, warden. Satan's Child 516 says, technically, Leon Tavares' numbers are retired.
Okay.
At least name the two players who they're retired for. Hint, one of them is an announcer.
Cal Clutterbuck is an announcer, right?
No, it's not Cal Clutterbuck.
He is an announcer, though.
He is an announcer.
No!
Okay. The fact that he named one announcer, that's not even germane to the conversation, is disturbing. Number 27 was an Islander player from the Dynasty era.
Butch Goring.
No, he was involved in the biggest goal in the history of the team.
Nystrom. Tonelli.
John Tonelli was number 20.
Oh, there we go.
And another 991 is an announcer on the team.
Currently?
Who?
I said currently?
Currently.
Does his name sound like currently?
No.
Oh, man.
He's not a full-time announcer anymore. They've kind of pushed him out a little bit.
Didn't I say Butch Goring?
Butch Goring, there you go.
The first one. Hey, that's what I said the first time.
There you go, but you didn't name it like that. I was going to give it to you, but I wanted to make you sweat a little bit.
I do remember Butch Goring.
Yeah. Frank from Empire State says, Rittich has been good. He has been good. But it's a little bit different when you're the backup. Don Cavanaugh says, happy birthday. Thank you very much, Don. Gungun says, Grumpy, was Ace Frehley the coolest member of KISS? Did Justin Fields feel the venom of that dumb Woody's diss? I think Ace Frehley was – I always liked Ace Frehley. He's my favorite of KISS. Recently passed away. And Justin Fields, just not a great quarterback.
You know what's insane? Somebody made a comparison. Now this is off topic of the Islanders, but somebody made a comparison and was like, if Justin Fields would just transition to running back, he'd probably be like a top 10 running back in the league.
No, he runs too straight up and down. And it's not like you're going to be handing off and have him run between the tackles. The thing that makes him appealing as a runner is his athleticism from the quarterback position, where the holes open up and he can take off. No. I don't know who said that to you. Probably one of your idiotic.
No, something I read online. I just thought, I was like,
stupid.
You know what?
Before, don't say those things out loud. Just run them by me first. Because when you say them, you sound dumb. Even if you're just repeating what someone else says. I don't like you to look dumb, X. So write down all your Islander captain information, numbers, dates, everything. So you can refer to it like that.
That's right. Grumpy, I will say one thing that I was correct on over the weekend that came to light. It is rigged.
Oh, we know that. Now, X, I don't know if you're looking at this shirt here.
That is a very nice shirt, Grumpy. Very nice.
You know who got me this shirt?
Who got you that?
Greg Prado got me this shirt.
Wow, that is very nice.
Something I was wanting ex-member of this podcast to make available to the masses.
Useless, because I was going to ask, where'd you get that from? I might want to get myself one.
So thank you very much, Greg Prado.
Shout out to Greg.
A little late in the show to give him a shout out, but yeah.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. Okay. I think Frank from Empire State said something about Sorokin.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Doesn't
matter. You had read that one. My fault.
Says,
here we go. Sorokin.
Sorokin most likely isn't going anywhere either. He's right. He's got no trade clause too, so he's not going anywhere. Gungu says, Son X, in all seriousness, you're doing a good job with observations regarding the Islanders games. Why is a moth attracted to a flame? I don't know why, but they all are.
Yeah, they all are. Every single one of them.
Bugs like, oh, look, woo.
Yeah.
Maybe because they like sunlight.
I think it's the heat.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's what I think it is. It's the heat and the light comes off of it.
That could be it. Tommy Baffy says, happy birthday, Grump. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much, Tommy Baffy. Also says, give X a break. He is in a transition year like the Islanders.
I like that one. Okay. That one made me laugh.
X needs a lot of first-round draft picks coming his way.
I do need a plethora of first-round picks, second-round picks. We're rebuilding the minor leagues too. Okay. We're rebuilding Bridgeport.
All right. Now, I think we said that, X, you need to know about everything going forward for certain.
I've been trying to. I've been doing it all right.
Yeah, you have been getting better. No doubt about it. Gungun says, Son X. My gosh, here's another one. Who is the former Islanders player and captain whose last name reminds you of a flat?
Flatley.
You remember his first name?
No. Flatley. I do remember Flatley.
Pat Flatley.
Pat Flat. There we go. Pat Flat. Got it.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Eve Ligon says, I predict Darce trades Romanoff to the Hurricanes. They'll fix him. There's no way the Hurricanes taking him. No way. They just traded for, well, I don't know if you're being serious or not. They traded for Keandre Miller, gave him a big contract extension. I don't think they have any interest at all in Romanoff. None. Not at that number. Right, Wayner says, happy birthday, Grumpy. Thank you. Tommy Baffy says, TJ can do the comments. Remember how bad he was reading comments.
Yeah.
Frank from Empire State says, Grumpy, how old are you now? Like 57? No, way older than that. Sorry. Way older than that. Frank G Sport says, no hate to X, but so you're saying there's a chance TJ comes back? I think if TJ wants to come back, I'd like to bring him on just as a guest sometimes. I think it'd be fun. Just as a guest. I don't know. Tommy Baffy says, Eddie Westfall was the first captain of the Islanders. Learn it. Wow. He gave you a compliment before saying, hey, it's a transition year for X. You got to know Eddie Westfall.
And buried me.
Eddie Westfall.
Ed Westfall.
Eddie Westfall. Frank says, hit the thumbs up for now, peeps. Get more viewers on here. Yes, I agree. Please do. Frank from Empire State Edge. Schaefer has played good defense. Absolutely. The thing you notice about Schaefer, he confronts guys defensively, not just in the defensive zone, in the neutral zone. He'll get up on guys.
Yeah. And pressure
before they get their transition going. Mm-hmm. He puts pressure and he turns that puck over. He's really, really good at it. He can do that because he's such a great skater. If he makes a mistake out there, he can get back.
He can make up for it.
But his instincts are so good defensively.
Which you can't teach that.
For a young kid, just something else.
Yep.
I'm glad we have him on team.
He has what you call hockey sense, right, Grum?
That he does, X. Go ahead, X. Read this one.
Tommy Boy says, ask him who was Brent Sutter's. That's right, Brent Sutter's brother on the team.
Grumpy. Number 12 back in the day. Number 12 back in the day. Not Josh Bailey, who's also a number 12. Number 12 during the dynasty year.
I'm going to say probably his last name was Sutter.
Good.
I'm going on a limb.
Mr.
And then I'm going to say
Mr. Sutter.
Mr. Sutter. Yeah, M Sutter.
The Rock's first name.
Oh, Dwayne
Sutter. There you go.
There we go. See? Just need a little help. That's all. Just need a little guidance.
A little bit. Frank from Empire State says, RIP to one of my all-time favorite Jets, one of the greatest centers ever on the Jets and the league, and a hero of mine, the great Nick Mangold, rest in peace. Yes, we talked about him exclusively on the TJ and the Grumpy Old Man show on Sunday.
Yep, that we did.
Really surprising. I mean, yeah, really surprising.
Actually, all off topic again. They actually did on ESPN. They had Rex Ryan got very emotional talking about him. He said, I think he said something about his last game that he was coaching there, and he knew his last game. He told him he's like I'm hurt, but I'll suit up for you, kind of thing, and said he would play for him because you respected him a lot.
Yep.
And yeah, definitely sad way to go out for certain.
41 years old.
Yep. Tragic for sure.
Yep. X, I don't know who this is. 0121.
I know it changed. It changed. What did we just say? N because that's what
Mr. N.
Yeah.
Says X. What was the last number retired by the Islanders?
Oh, hold on. I think there were two numbers retired on the same date. It was number 91 and number 27.
What about Pat LaFontaine's number? Has that been retired, X? Number 16?
I don't know. AI says it was those two. So.
Oh, there you go, X. Thanks for not cheating on that one.
No. Okay, well, you were calling me out for not cheating, so I decided to use my resources.
That's how you learn things, right?
That is true. I think Pat LaFontaine's number was retired, though, wasn't it?
Maybe it's going to be retired this year.
Okay, maybe it hasn't been retired yet. It said those two were retired in 2020. So.
Okay. Anything to get fans in the building, I guess. Frank from Empire State says, yeah, TJ is a guest. Take TJ as a guest. Any day. Frank from Empire State adds, X is doing a great job, but ironically, I do miss TJ, even though he made me want to rip my hair out at times. Let me just tell you something, X. That little baby, I was watching a movie with her, The Incredibles.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very nice. Very nice.
What he said when she saw Mr. Incredible on there?
Oh, wait, hold on. What portion of the movie are we talking about?
Does it even matter?
Well, no, it does. Was it the portion when he was trying to put on his belt, his pants, and his suit?
It was not. All kidding aside, it was not. But
I'm assuming she said "dada."
Dada is exactly what she said.
That's fine.
And it was like the opening sequence. She's like "dada," and then when he gets out of the car, and even before the belt sequence, just getting out of the car was just a struggle. Where I'm like, oh boy, and the hair receding.
That's too funny.
Frank from Empire State says, any concerns, guys, with Schaefer, no points in 3 games? To me, I say it's just hockey. I think I jinxed him. I was so over the top with my praise that the hockey gods say, hey, grumpy old man, get back in line, brother. You're not bigger than the sport. Stop hyping up the Schaefer train.
Hey, Schaefer is the real freaking deal, Grumpy.
I got to say, I wish for him to score points every game, though. I'm not concerned at all. None. Bed and Blanket says they should retire Bailey's number. No. Only if you drinking is not a word. Even if you've drunk 6 or 7 bottles of Bailey's, there's still no way that you should retire Josh Bailey's number. No. Never freaking ever. What did he ever win? What did he ever do besides suck? What has Josh Bailey ever done?
They made that nice song for him. I do remember that. Hey, Josh Bailey.
You suck.
Are you gonna score a goal? Something like that. Something to that extent. I do remember that.
Little off.
Close enough.
Tommy Vavy says, okay, X, what team did the Islanders defeat in their first playoff series ever in 1975?
The team that you were told that you're a closeted fan of, Grumpy.
Oh, which team is that, X?
The New York Rangers.
Oh, X. You know what I think?
I looked it up. That's what
he's been utilizing the Google machine.
Yeah, AI is a crazy tool.
It's a crazy tool. AI is bad, dude. I'm telling you. It's going to be the end, people.
All right, Grumpy.
Listen to me. AI is going to be the end of civilization as we know it.
Oh, my God.
Don't fall for the AI tricks.
All right. Get back on topic, Grump.
Empire State. Frank from Empire State says, I saw that X-Man and Willie Colon on Sports Channel New York. Jets pre and post game was all choked up big time. Made me tear up. My daughter was born in 2006 and the Jets were good. I was on top of the world. LOL. Brett Weiner says LaFontaine isn't getting his number retired. He's just going into the team Hall of Fame. Okay, thank you, Brett.
Okay.
See, that's why we need Brett to straighten us out on certain things. Mr. N says, how about Lou as a guest? You know what? Lou Lamoriello wouldn't come. He would just come on here just to, I don't know.
It would have to be in between scheduled nap time.
Oh, wow.
I'm taking shots.
X is taking shots.
I'm taking shots.
Past his bedtime. I know that.
It definitely is.
Frank from Empire State says, oh, my God, I used to watch The Incredibles with my Sophia. I miss those days. She's 19. Yeah, well, and it flies by fast, doesn't it, Frank?
All right. Last joke. We'd have to pay him in pudding cups. Okay.
Oh, wow. Max Power says, what's up, fellas? I've been absent for a little while, but happy birthday, Grumpy X. You definitely sound and look a lot like TJ. Just a lot more hair, LOL. X, are you growing that beard out? Are you growing a beard?
Dude, I need to shave. I'm shaving before work tomorrow. I got to shave. I have not shaved in a while. Definitely need to shave. Absolutely do.
Frank from Empire State says, drank, drunk.
All right, Grumpy. Anything you want to say before we hop off the show today?
End the shows. I know it was a quickie today.
Yep.
But I just want to say love and laughter to everyone who listens and even those who don't. From the Grumpy Old Man and Son X.
Yep. I want to thank everybody for coming out and listening. As always, love the interaction in the comments, and we will see you guys next time. Thanks, Grumpy.
See you Sunday.